I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone for teaching us this truth. And today's lesson is Hollywood knows that we are in the land of our captivity. And with that being said, us being in the land of our captivity, they know that we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the reason I said that is because of this video or this movie that I been one of my favorite movies from I guess it had to been I guess this come out in the 80s or 90s. Hollywood always put these little hints in their movies, and this happened to be one of them. So let's see if we can play it, and we'll come back with one or two precepts. Lord willing, is edifying to the flock.
There's the hash.
In the middle cabinet on the third shelf.
That's not hash, it's tuna fish.
Well, shit, make some tuna then.
You got to do something about them eyes, Benny. You got my mouth all ready for hash and eggs, and you ain't got no hash. You can't keep fucking with me that way.
Bitch, please.
Oh, bitch, please my ass. Do you want a sandwich?
If it's not too much trouble.
Don't get smart with me, Benny. You're the dumbest ass in captivity. Get on my...
Now you heard that? She said you the dumbest ass in captivity. Okay. So with that being said, they know that we're in captivity. So who are the people that are in captivity to this day? You know, it's you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. No one else is in captivity but us. Okay, so let's get this first precept. I'm going 28, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, right? It says, did I pass it? No, here we go. It says, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way of I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So let's look up this word Egypt. Into Egypt, Mizraim.
Strong's H 4714. Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim.
Let's see. The outline of the biblical usage. It says Egypt, land of Copts, a northern and a northeastern African section of African adjacent to Palestine, and through which the Nile flows. Double straits, and it says in the habitation or native of Egypt. Let's look up this word land of Copt, or however they pronounce it. Okay, let's look this up and see what this has to say. It says a native Egyptian in the Hellenistic and Roman period, a member of the Coptic Church. Let's see. All right. Okay. Well, it's dealing with a church, but let's see what double straits is. What they're saying about double straits. Let's look that up. Doesn't have anything with double straits in there. Let's see. Search the web for it, see what it comes up. It says double straits. It says the name Mizraim can be interpreted with different ways. Two straits, possibly referring to the two sides of the Nile River. Double straits, two enemies, double pressing, or double trouble. Ha! Hey, two enemies. You know, if you look at it, which this all this is going into is, as bondage, you see. And they said, what they said was double straights, two enemies. You look at that, that's, Babylon or America and Mizraim. We was in captivity, under the Egyptians. And this time, the new Egyptians are who? The Americans, or so-called America. Okay. So, but yeah, man. This is what we at now, man. Let's see if we can get a precept to this here. Let's see. So we are definitely in captivity here in America, man. Let's go to Exodus. I guess it's 2:20. Was it 20:2? I believe it is. 20 and verse 2. It says, I am the Lord Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And what is that word bondage? It's going to the word slavery, man. So Egypt is synonymous for bondage. You see the outline of the biblical usage: slave, servant, manservant, subjects, servants, worshipers of the Most High, servants, in the special sense of prophets, Levitical, Levites, etc. But yeah, this here it is starting off. It says a servant or a slave. So bondage is going into slavery, man. Okay. So they definitely know that we are the children of Israel. There's just so many different types of there's so much evidence that's coming out on it. Is what I meant to say. That it's pointing that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Let's get one more precept and we'll close it out. We're gonna go into the book of Baruch. Is it 2:32? I believe it is. Yeah. Well, let's start at verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. And that's going into the 2/3, the majority of Israel, that the Most High had to wake up, but 2/3 are not going to wake up. It says, but in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. See, that's the remembrance of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai has put on his men to wake up, and his few women to wake up out of this land of the captivity. It says in the land of their captivity, they will remember themselves. And where we at? We in America, man. And all, in different captivities. It says it's captivities with an S. So the Most High did scatter theirs, over the four corners. So it's, in different lands that the Most High is going to wake up, a remnant. Verse 31, it says, and shall know that I am the Lord, their power, for I will give them a heart to hear, a heart and the ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. And that's beautiful, man. Okay? So that's all I really want to get right there, man, that, that we are in captivity, and Hollywood knows that we are in captivity. And, with Eddie Murphy, we already know Eddie Murphy. He got the bag, so he can't really say too much, but I can see all, even with the song he made, which I didn't know Eddie Murphy was a Benjamite. He had a song called Babylon, You can look that up, Eddie Murphy's old song, And he knows that, and he's been knowing a while that we are the Hebrew Israelites, man. So that being said, I just want to give all praises and honors, to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rikah Kadash, And double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone for teaching us this truth. And shalom to the hopeful elect.